Alrighty then. Let's make sure that's okay. Try that. Let's try that. Test. Okay, looks like the game audio is coming in a little loud, so we'll turn this down to like 55. Let's play normal mode for now. Why not? Test. Check. Test. All right. Um. Wow. What shall we talk about today? Gee, I wonder. If you're following me on X or Twitter, whatever the fuck you call it, um, and I don't know why the fuck you would, but if you are, you likely have seen the post and you've been redirected here. Um, or you saw me talking earlier about what the topic is going to be. Uh, as I made the disclaimer before I started the stream, this is not going to be a deep dive. This is not going to be like encyclopedic knowledge of each faction and every individual. There are far too many avenues for people out there that want to get into that sort of stuff. Um, this is just, I don't know, because people keep talking about it, and I'm amazed that this fucking topic has had this much fucking like this much like what to even fucking call it. Let me start the game proper and and then we've already done the prologue, so we're just gonna skip it. Um, we like people just keep talking about it, right? And some people have some good takes, and some people have some interesting takes. Um, I'm just gonna give my 2 cents here because I feel like, and at the danger of doing this myself, and I tend to, like every other human, speak in big terms, even though I have no means of backing up what my particular avenue of expertise or authority to speak on a topic is. But I will preface this whole thing by saying that this is just my perspective on things and events. And who knows, maybe some trivia or unknown stuff will pop up here and there that people don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know if I can tell you anything you don't already know, besides my opinion on events. So don't get your hopes up, at least not beyond that. So, it is almost 9/11 in the year of our Lord 2023. And we are still talking about this fucking topic. The game journos will never fucking let it go. The political types will never fucking let it go. The media types will never fucking let it go. The grifters and the grifters on the other side, take that as you will never fucking let it go. And here I am talking about it now. At least what I can say from my own perspective, straight off the bat, is at some point I just lost interest in it. But herein, I think, is where I personally differ from a lot of people. Because when this topic comes up a lot, what I see is people talk about, how it died and it accomplished nothing. I disagree. I think people are being unfair in that regard. Because, the only goals that I can ever see people talking of are in absolutes. If you're a person with a fucking functioning brain and an IQ above room temperature, you would have known from the get-go that a lot of these impossible, grandiose desires would never fucking happen. They were never gonna happen. Get all politics out of video games. Well, that's not gonna happen. In order to do that, you would have to create so many incentives and disincentives that it would be impossible given the human condition. It's like when people talk about communism, how communism can work. It just needs to be tried one more time. It's like, you fucking missed the point. It's not that it needed to be done correctly. It's that it can't be done because of the precepts on its face. Anyway, if you've recently refound me on Twitter, and you know who I am, and you're back on this channel, you may have noticed that there's not much of the content that used to be a big part of this channel back then. And no, there isn't. I moved on. I didn't move on because I suddenly realized that it was dumb and lame and we're all too mature, you know, like fucking certain drama personalities that, oh, I grew up. I grew out of Gamergate. It's like it's like when a kid, right? A kid, you know, he tries acting like an adult, and so he starts like hating childish things. And it's not like the quote about like putting away childish things. It's like the child who becomes averse to anything that might even be perceived of as childish, not realizing that eventually as an adult you grow out of being an edgy teenager and you realize that it's all stupid. Man, Nintendo, man, that's so lame. Babies play Nintendo. What are you, some little kid? I got an Xbox now, and it's got like Mortal Kombat 8, 12,000. Like in this one, man, it's so mature. Like you fucking teleport back into a guy's teenage years and you cuckold him. Yeah, no. Fucking pathetic. Yeah, my content is gone. That's for actually different reasons as well. I don't know if you've been paying attention, but YouTube as of late has been like very fucking hang on, I gotta sneeze here. YouTube has been very selective and very targeted in what it does and doesn't allow. I don't know if that's the correct way to put it. It's more like it. Hang on, I'm gonna mute for a second because I got this sneeze like hanging right in my nose, and I gotta either blow my nose or sneeze or something because it's actually starting to it's starting to get obnoxious. Okay. Okay, that's better. Okay, there you go. That's better. So on the topic, yeah. Getting back on topic. There's so many people out there that they say that it either succeeded or it failed. And I don't know. I would have to say from my perspective that it failed successfully or something to that degree, right? Here's my number one criticism with the "it never did anything, it never accomplished anything" line. You wouldn't want it to have, in the way that a lot of people say that they don't quite realize, right? Because a lot of people wanted to become an activist sort of movement, like an eternal watchman of fucking the gaming industry and whatnot, right? Well, what have we seen with activism and activist groups and activist organizations that hang around for years and years and decades and decades? What are we seeing right now? Are we seeing a lot of ideological subversion and basically hollowing out and then using it as a skin suit? Hell, Project Veritas hasn't even been around all that fucking long. And look what happened. They kick out James O'Keefe, and then all of a sudden they're all about silencing people. It's all about profits. It's all about drama. Oh, James O'Keefe is a mean person to work for. Well, I don't fucking care. He got results. He got a lot of shit exposed. But of course, that's what you're up against. And hell, if you were there during the days of GG, you saw this constantly from political types who felt themselves in opposition to it. Even though, as people wisely point out over and over again on Twitter, that it was apolitical. It was people of all differing political ideologies, and this is true. Realistically, it was just about the reaction to Five Guys Burgers and Fries. Does anybody remember that? No, of course not. I feel hilariously fucking old would be a way of putting it. Maybe words I can't use on YouTube these days, because who knows what the fuck they censor and ban for these days. Even though I'm a tiny channel, my content, in my opinion and my feeling, risks the line too much, because these days I just like to stream comfy games and have fun in my stupid little corner, you know, with the few friends that find me and want to hang out and watch me play stupid games and make dumb voices and all that fun stuff. So yeah, man, Five Guys Burgers and Fries. So if you are a person who's never fucking understood the where it all came from and what it all goes back to and what the fuck the whole thing was, it's more or less people noticed that a certain person is allegedly too friendly with people that are giving them a favorable push and favorable reviews. And by the way, it's not about that person. Even though anytime mentioning this fucking particular problem is gonna bring up the particular people, because the types who are most critical of it love to make it about them, because then they can turn it into a woman in distress story. Oh, it was all about misogyny. It was just because gamers hate women. Fast forward quite a few years and fucking, you know, see how many of those people ended up being, you know, ye old honorers of women. Not many, if any. See, I can get a rare one of those at the auction house. I've already had her ending. And hers. Actually, I've gotten all theirs. I think this game we will go with... Oh, wait, I remember. I realized something. Oh, no, it doesn't work for day one, does it? So, I discovered something. Excuse me. Later on, after this day, probably, if you go to the slave market, leave, and come back, his stock will refresh. Apparently, you can't do that now. Not on day one, at least. So you have to choose one of these girls. Now, I don't think there's a way to get a fucking werewolf. So, I might go with werewolf. A harpy, you can get one of those. And the dagon, you can get one of those. You can get those out of the auction house. I don't think you can get the myconid either. So every game, just because I like the luxury of it, I've gone with the Dagon as the default. But this time, you know what I'm going to do? I think that's a fine name for a werewolf. What to name a mushroom girl? We'll call her Psychedelia. Why not? Alright. Now this time, instead of one girl, we have two girls. Hard training. Imagine a dude chasing a fucking mushroom down the road. Move those legs! Move! 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 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know what I've been told. I don't know what I've been told. Yukiona Vagu is very cold. Damn, that one training session done wore her out. Here you go. Have some drugs. And drugs for everybody. Can I buy some items from you, sir? You walked into a deserted back alley, but did not find anything interesting. Oh, well, you can't buy items on day one, huh? How about that? Well, I guess we'll go to the end phase. But yeah, that was one of the consistent things that I remember of back in the days. It was always about trying to make it about personalities. Particularly, it was about trying to make it about more or less the self-proclaimed and heralded victims. One in particular that I remember who, you know, this person started out trying to, you know, post memes making fun of those angry gamers that hated gaming women. They hated women in gaming. All I did was I posted a bunch of memes that was making fun of them. I don't know why they got angry at me. It's like literally nobody was making fun of you. You were actually just posting cringy shit. But, you know, anybody that's been on social media has seen this happen before. Do dumb thing, get reaction. Oh my god! Everyone's so mad at me. Oh, I'm such a victim. Here's a link to my Patreon. I'm just gonna mute this thread and go private for a few days until the trolls and hate go away. Like, even at times when I've gotten unwelcome fucking attention, fucking personal attention of people posting, like, bad photoshops of my own fucking face at me, I've never muted, gone private. Now, I've walked away from the fucking internet for a while. Twitter, I've walked away from Twitter for a fucking while. Sometimes I've gone full edgelord and gotten myself banned, like fanning the flames. But I've never done the Patreon flop. Oh my god. Oh, the internet is being so mean to me. Now, it's not to be misconstrued that it doesn't irritate me. Fucking, there are dumb people that can really just make you be like, what is your fucking problem, dude? Like the whole reaction of the fucking shit-field pronouns thing, right? All I ask is why I included it at all. And they're like, oh, it sounds like you have a problem with it. It's just options for RPG, playing games. And it's like, I give more of a fuck about the fact that people are paying money for a fucking Bethesda game, knowing exactly what's gonna fucking happen. And knowing that the only reason that people are gonna talk about it after the honeymoon phase is over is, well, it was a great game in theory, but it just needs mods to fix everything. And, you know, Bethesda's probably going to release a couple of fucking pre-planned fucking DLC packs that were probably purposefully cut out of the fucking game, but Bethesda drones and normies and fucking idiots are going to be like, I'll take a second helping of Bethesda shit, Todd. Just pour it right in my mouth. Fucking game slop, to use parlance of the kids these days. Oh, my my adoring new friends in Discord and the like. They love to hear me cook. They have no idea how far down this street goes. Let's see if that post actually went up on X, because I don't know. I feel like there were people waiting for this that wanted to see it. That, I mean, it is what it is. I can't resist my old habits. Okay. Where is it? Did it actually post? I mean, I don't know. I'm cool with talking to myself. You know, I've done the talking to myself thing for a while. Oh, hey, is that Jack? Yoink. Okay, yeah, we're good. It posted. it's just such that I'm such a small and niche little channel that nobody cares, or maybe nobody cares about the topic. Who knows? Tell me about it. Tell you about what? About elves? Shall we talk about elves? Oh shit, you could buy elves in this game. Yes, Spore Lover, welcome to a topic of pure autism. Doing a retrospective on the old days. About your hip game session, of course. What else? Well, I was checking to see if my I was checking to see if my fucking link had posted to X or Twitter or whatever the fuck you call it. But then I saw a fucking picture of Jack. And then just instinct took over, and I had to retweet it. What do you mean she's not a plant? He wants a tsundere plant? Stupid human. Obviously I like my men with chlorophyll, not with fucking... Ew. Blood. Ugh. Now I'm gonna go to sleep for like 50 years. He likes him a passionate burb girl. Well, you're getting a werewolf, son. Where was I? Yes, the victim class and then everything else. And let's see, what else? And then once people started to talk about, and that was the start of it. It was the start of it, but it wasn't necessarily about the character, the person that they always try and make it about, the victim, the true original patient zero. It's like nobody gave a shit. What people gave a shit about was the fact that it was a trash game being touted as the greatest thing since fucking sliced bread. I mean, imagine, right? Imagine in this day and age, you had you were at the PP size and which girl is your waifu. But it wasn't the individual. It's like saying that fucking... It's like saying that the war of... making any accurate analogy of this makes this person even more important than they actually were. So I'm gonna erase the whole thing and just basically point out that, like, the whole situation initially was about corruption, right? It was noticing that, hey, this person who made this really shit game is getting a lot of push from a lot of people they're friendly with. I mean, anyone with a pulse and a functioning brain kind of knew games journalism was a joke before that, but then it was like a stark realization for a lot of people who I guess, I don't know, maybe at that point they were able to just laugh at it. Like, I would love to see this sort of reaction for something like Bethesda someday, right? Like, man suddenly starts fucking paying attention. Hold on. This game is shit. Bethesda knew it was gonna be shit. Their whole company is incapable of not making shit. And they don't give a fuck. This is what they actually are. And then all of a sudden the outrage comes. Like, that's kind of what it was, because it's like, I think before this particular moment in history, a lot of people were comfortable with the fact that gaming companies or game journalism, they did a lot of like interplay, a lot of like sort of quid pro quo with like big game companies, right? Everybody was used to that. Everybody knows that, you know, the reason that people give Nintendo like 9 out of 10 and 10 out of 10 on every game isn't that Nintendo shits out pure gold every time. That's saying a lot, because Nintendo does, I think, put a lot of effort in most, if not all, of their games. Well, no, not all of them. I don't think Nintendo actually does put effort into all of their games, but most of them, right? That is saying a lot that they do that, right? They do that for Nintendo. They do that for anybody. Oh, you want a review copy of our game? Well, you're going to have to play ball. Let's start with this. On a scale of 10, 1 through 4.5 are off the charts for you. You get to rate the game 5 through a 10. And depending on where on that 5 to a 10 scale you rate us, you may not get, like, advertising revenue. You may not get blah, blah, blah revenue. And that's fine, right? We all know that. So we all know that EA is going to get a fucking massive positive review of Madden. We know that game. We understand it. We accept it, right? But it's when this kind of shitty, unknown person starts getting this push as the person who's the greatest thing since sliced bread. Again, it's the joke of the man who just started fucking paying attention. Like, it's okay when EA does it. It's just expect. I can hear the fucking Joker in my head saying, like, now, if I told you that Bethesda was going to make gaming journalists and shills push their game, if I was going to call the news and say that, nobody would care. But if I call up one little gaming company and point out that there's corruption in the indie game scene, well, then everyone loses their minds. It's because it's all according to plan. But I think it was personal for a lot of people because, like, the indie gaming scene is supposed to be the one where, you know, games live or die based on how good they are or what they bring to the table, right? And they're supposed to be free of needing to do the bullshit. Like, I could make a game tomorrow and do whatever the fuck I want. No, fuck it, I won't make a game tomorrow. I'll make a game today. Today! Today! Not tomorrow. Today! The intrusive thoughts in my head every time I drive over the ravine near my house. Every time I'm going over that bridge and I look over and I see that 50, 60, I don't know how far foot drop, I keep hearing that voice. Not tomorrow. Today. Today. It's a joke, people. If I was actually that depressive, I would have self-deleted a long time ago. No, I like living on in spite of everything. Never surrender. Never in the face of total annihilation or whatever the fuck. You bastard! How dare you lock me up in this stuffy shack? Nom nom nom. Oh, we've already done all her cutscenes anyway. oh, the nefarious man. So anyway, yeah, that's basically what the genesis of it was. And again, I'm glossing over a lot of history, but I'm not here to revisit old history and fight old wars. I'm just here to talk about it a bit, which is what people were curious about. So then the Five Guys thing started getting pushback and censorship, and then people, it's kind of like kicking over a rock and you see all the bugs underneath it and they all start scattering and running around. That's basically what that was. That's the only reason that actually the whole thing kicked off. Is then it started to expose the webs of these things, how connected to other connected and incestuous all this bullshit was. This is why the journos and the reviewers and everybody else, the political types, they want you to think that it was about personalities, because it was actually just a lot of people noticing a lot of interconnected interests and a lot of interconnected bullshit. And then it really exploded. The harder they tried to stop it, the more it started to wake people up. Now, people can feel whatever way they want about it. I'm just basically pointing out the way that the flow of things seem to go from my perspective. Of course, if you were talking to somebody from, whose political interests aligned with it being a certain way, they're going to tell you that I'm lying, I'm making it all up, and that it was always about these individuals, and that all of the people who were on a certain side, as they tried to put it and force it, a lot typically based around their personal political leanings and how they think political leanings should go. Like, yeah. So yeah, then it exploded, and then it turned into a huge drama thing, and then there was like a bunch of crazy stuff going on, and then drama YouTubers started getting into it, and trolls started getting into it, and political types started getting into it. I think one of my favorite memories of the whole bullshit is that, you know what? This game is actually unfortunately distracting me from the topic. I would rather go through the fucking topic. And just have it be that. And then go on with my life. So, you're not getting a Squid black screen stream. You're getting Mordred. Are you fucking blind? She is in chains. They're golden all over her body. Fucking responding to me. Oh god, no. I'm gonna get canceled. But where can I get inked Squid raw? So let's see, where was I? And I mean, there's a whole lot of history there that I don't give a shit about, that I'm not going to go into details about. But the one funny thing that I can say as far as politics go, because I think that a lot of people know about Milo Yiannopoulos from Gamergate. I was friends, and I'm still friends, with the guy who guided him through his first. I'm not sure if it was it 8chan at the time? It was one of the Chan boards where basically he made his debut doing an AMA thread because he was now interested in covering the topic. And then we start to get into the whole politics of like, oh, now it's a right-wing thing, and basically it's like anything these types are going to do. It's straight out of the fucking playbook. Like it's it's fascinating because if you're a person who actually pays attention to real politics, not like my team, their team shit, but really how the powers that be enable and maintain the power that they have, you start to see these tactics over and over again. See, it's not talking about corruption. It's not talking about the interlinked webs of game journals with political types, with companies, with blah, blah, blah. No, don't pay attention to stuff like BlackRock. No, you need to pay attention to the fact that anybody who doesn't like BlackRock is racist. You don't need to pay attention to environmentalism. You need to pay attention to the fact that people who hate environmentalism ultimately are just angry about this girl who has. No, I'm literally saying this is probably a known met. No, I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna go there. But it's you really just hate environmentalism because how dare you, girl? You just hate women, right? Again, you see this again and again, and it's kind of funny because like it's so obviously exposed a lot of things unintentionally, and it was over fucking video games. It was over fucking video games. It like I don't think they could have done more damage to their side and everything in a stupider way than allowing it to be over a fucking glorified text game, not even a fucking flash game. We're not even talking Newgrounds tier territory. Like, I looked into the engine for that fucking game that they were trying to tout as being the greatest game of all time, and I'm like, dude, if you knew how to fucking program HTML, you could do better by your fucking self. I've seen projects, one-man projects, that are better than this. And yet we're supposed to think that this... Okay, well, I'll give you maybe you're not a programmer. Maybe you're not a great programmer. Maybe programming just isn't in your blood. I'll give you that. But what about the narrative? And what was the narrative? Rich white girl problems. That's what the fucking narrative of the story was. Well, I'm just so miserable. Like, again, the topic of the thing, not the person, but the topic, depression. Like, I think the only thing that I can give people, right, is that some people have said that it was neat that it did the thing where you could see what you needed to do, but the game would cross out that thing that you needed to do for you. Because that's how depression affects you. And I'm like, okay, fine. Maybe that is how depression affects you. Okay? But that does not an interesting game make. That does not a story carry. That does not happen. So overall, the praise it was getting, like, you would have had to never have played a game in your fucking life. Like, let's say you go back 10 years, right? 10 years. Can you name me a game from 10 years ago that you'd still be playing today? Because I can tell you that game nobody is playing today. Like a lot of these other walking simulator bullshit, like wank fests from people that live in big cities that tend to be Western American blue cities. Not Western American, but Western/American/blue cities. American cities from the Western mindset cultural sphere that you know what I'm getting at. Anyway, um, and then a bunch of stuff happened and it started to go off the rails, and then eventually it petered out and it disappeared. Now I think this is the part where I come in, right? Although I was there during a lot of the stuff and having my fun and whatever else. Um, but this is the thing where I think I have to comment, where I have to chime in and say, like at the beginning when I was talking about this, a lot of people are like, well, it failed. It never did anything. It never accomplished anything. They lost. There's politics still in gaming. And that's what I was talking about from the beginning. In order to get all of that bullshit out of gaming, you would have to create a scenario in which a lot of the things that attract these people to this shit doesn't exist, right? So, for example, Amish rugs. Not a lot of politics in Amish rugs, right? Why is that? Well, because they don't view it as an easy way to subvert culture. They don't see it as a big means to make money. And there's not a lot of people who basically use Amish rugs as a dumping ground for the fact that they actually are useless at any other area of life, right? This is the problem. I think one of the biggest problems at the core is a lot of these people that get dumped into gaming are frustrated losers that can't make it anywhere else. There are people that want to be cultural critics. There are people that want to be fucking these big name personalities doing big interviews. They imagine themselves as being up there with someone like Dr. Phil or Oprah or whoever up on the TV interviewing, grilling people. Maybe they think they're the next Piers Morgan, They think they could be like Tucker Carlson, but better because my politics aren't along with his politics, which are the wrong politics, but I could totally be, like Tucker Carlson and have that kind of cultural impact, that kind of cultural power. I can really grill the people who need to be grilled. But no. You can't even fucking write about games and make it interesting. You can't even do that. It's like it's like imagine, right? You think you can run a company. Like everybody thinks they can do that, right? And it's like the Jordan Peterson thing. You can't even clean up your fucking room. How are you going to clean up a company, right? Because eventually, a lot of the things that are basically in tune with a lot of easy and basic life lessons that we have, those things are going to come into play, right? Number one, I think, is doing the difficult thing. Is it difficult to clean up? Yeah. It's easier to just dump fucking trash in a corner of your room and pretend it's not there. Is that the right thing to do? No, not exactly. Not exactly at fucking all. No matter how you fucking justify it, it is still wrong. It is still fucking wrong. And if you can't even do that, if you can't even do the hard thing of cleaning up a mess like that, how are you gonna fucking clean up a mess when like somebody on a team that you're in charge of fucks up bad in such a way that it's gonna jeopardize your fucking company, right? How are you gonna do that? Oh, you're just gonna avoid it because that's what you do. You avoid doing the hard thing because it's easier to do the easy thing. Well, fuck this. I'm not going to send out an apology email to the client because that's going to make me feel uncomfortable, and I don't need to feel uncomfortable. In fact, even the thought of me feeling uncomfortable has made me uncomfortable, and I literally cannot right now. I literally fucking cannot right now, okay? Do not fucking talk to me, okay? I need a day, all right? I'm taking a me day because this shit has fucking just gone off the rails, and I cannot handle this shit right now with all of these people trying to get in my face and, trying to ruin my me space. All right, this is my me space, and you need to stay out of it because it is now a me day. I'm gonna go to the spa and fuck this company because I don't give a shit anyway, and then just walk out the fucking door. What do you think you're going to walk back to when you get back from the spa? When you get back from your shopping? When you get back from whatever it is you do to cope? You go out and binge drink. You do cocaine. You go out to the fucking adult daycare center or whatever the fuck it is you go. What are you going to come back to? If you still have a company, you're going to come back to a bunch of angry ass emails, and if you're lucky, that client is just barely going to be tolerating. You're getting messages that are like, this situation needs to be resolved right now. Get in contact with me by the end of the business day because we are going to have to start looking at other options. And we don't want to do that because we've been partners with the company for so long. And then are you going to be able to handle that pressure, or is the exact same thing going to happen? Are you going to freak the fuck out and be like, "Okay, wow, I just walked back into all these fucking emails yelling at me for not handling this situation, which, okay, that's not my responsibility even though that was my teammate and blah 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 blah, blah and so on and so forth, Like all of that shit. Um yeah, no, and this is why these people end up where they're at, because they belong where the fuck they are, and they don't like it. They don't like it. I mean, I understand not liking things. I don't like the fact that one of my favorite dogs died, and basically he had fucking seizures and shit. I got to watch him spend the last few years of his life like fucking. It was sad. I hate telling pet stories, but it was sad because sometimes I could call him back from it, and that actually kind of gave me hope. But at a certain point that it's just things are not going to go away, and they're just going to progress. And he was pretty old, but Squid emotional moment. But you know, it was sad. Um, I understand not liking things, but at a certain point, you just got to accept it. You got to accept that given the fucking dictator wand, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do. I think there's actually very few people, if there even exist anyone who could wield the dictator staff and do well with it and accomplish anything with it. And I think this is why we keep hearing about this shit, and we will hear about it to the end of the time, because the whole event, the whole shitstorm, as it were, the whole thing fucking just was a slap in the face of a lot of these entitled children who were old children. That's what they are, and they don't like it. I mean, and you think that's a joke until you realize that um, there have been surveys of political of like critics, and not critics, but like genotypes. Alcoholism is rampant. Um, a lot of sexual deviancy is rampant, I think. There's a whole lot of stuff that's actually really fucked up about these people. And then you realize that these people are the ones who are jumping up in the news every night and telling you about how awful the world is and how awful everybody else is. And it's like, yeah, there's a lot of bad things out there, but I think that number one, it kind of goes in line with your business model. And number two, I think you're kind of fucked up, dude. I think you're kind of a lot of fucked up. It's like it's like I keep see these I keep I commented on this on X earlier. It was like I was commenting on the whole topic of um of the lolly debate, as it were, right? And I was like, it basically comes in two flavors. People posting the fucking crying loudly emoji and memery, or people trying to make I think drawings are real people into an intellectual argument, right? Because that's the best, that's basically the conversation you're going to have with people. Like weeby nerds that are like, oh, Cuddy, oh, or fucking embarrassing people who are like, well, actually, it doesn't matter if it's a 200,000-year-old dragon that just happens to be built in a certainly small framed body that isn't a child's body. It's just a very small woman's body. But we all know what you're really after. Guess who I'm referencing? Um, but it's degenerate, and you're all really just you're really just one step away from going into a kindergarten and doing some very very heinous illegal shit. Bonus points if this is a person who is like, well, horror movies won't cause people to go kill people. Violent action movies with a lot of guns won't cause gun violence to go up. And believe me, I've seen this. I have fucking seen intellectuals try and hold both of these opinions at the same fucking time. In fact, I would love it if I could ever find one of those people and entrap them. Because that's a fucking difficult trap to get out of. You can't actually. Not without being intellectually disingenuous. Because at the end of the day, you're gonna fall back on some very very faulty logic, and then once that falls apart, you're gonna fall back onto even more faulty logic. Excuse me. Excuse me, dry throat. Um, you're gonna fall back into some way more faulty logic and whatnot. Oh God, I don't think I had the mic up right where it needs to be. Okay, I think that's right. There we go. Sorry. Um, but yes, it's not a debate made by intellectual people when you really get down to it. For a lot of people, it's basically just an emotional debate, which is why I typically avoid political topics or topics that may eventually in some way become political. Because for a lot of people, they're unable to think outside of their own political knee jerk reaction because it justifies their own emotional worldview. Like, I try my best to be as objective as I can, but even I, at certain points, am forced to rely on how does a thing feel. But that's I think that's a little bit better than what I would even say a lot of other people do, which is they're like, how does it make me feel in relation to the political tribe that I value myself as being part of? Because I've always been kind of a loner. I've always been kind of out on my own, doing my own thing. I don't give a fuck. I can be alone. I can be alone doing my own thing. I can live with it. Doesn't bother me at all. Like, does not bother me at all. I know people who would lose their shit and be fucking bouncing off the rails to not feel that they were with another person. That another person was just within touching distance and shit like that. Mm. But I think more or less that's the gist of the retrospective, as it were. Like, I think that's what I wanted to say, really, about the whole Gigi topic, as it were. Like, people get it wrong. They really do get it wrong, because I think a lot of people projected a lot of shit onto it that it was never going to be anyway, right? It's like the Starfield thing. A lot of people are projecting it that it's going to be the greatest game. It's going to give their life meaning. And right now they're riding high on that wave because they are willfully blinding themselves to the fact that they're playing yet another fucking Bethesda game. They're willfully blinding themselves to that. But eventually that's going to go away. And then what happens? A lot of anger. A lot of anger and frustration. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go to a quick Squid idle meeting, and then I'll do a little checking of X/Twitter and see if anybody's said anything goofy or replied to my posts about elves being in chains, which they deserve to be in, because the only happy elf is one who is enslaved and in chains. That's not a euphemism for anything, by the way. I'm talking about actual fucking knife ears. I'm talking about the sort of elf you would find in this game that I was just playing, Monster Girl Bifrost. That kind of elf. It's not a stand-in for anything else. Elves, they deserve to be in chains, and we mortal men should put them there. And on that thought, I'm going to go to my idle meeting, and I will be right back. I'll be right back. Anyway, yes, that is my retrospective. That's my look back at it. And one of the funny things I would say is that if not for all of that shit show, I would not have become the speaker that I am today. Which, I mean, you can be critical of that all you like. But I just remember, I'm thinking back to when I was when I did my first videos, now lost to time, thankfully. I would just talk like anybody else. I would just talk like anybody else. And it's just like, hey guys, it's me. Here's this thing going on. Because it's like literally, it sounds like fucking just, I'm drugged or something like that. Guys, all right, guys, see you later. So at the very least, we did well in that respect. Um, you know what? Just in case, just in case people aren't into this topic, I think what I'm gonna do is I will end the stream. I will start it with something else fun, and that way people who don't want to hear about political stuff, I'll title it something else. That way you can avoid that, and you can get the usual like non-politically aligned squid stuff, unless people are here lurking and they would prefer that I just keep going as is. But I mean, if there were anybody here, they'd be responding and asking questions. So clearly not. I just wonder what Discord's up to. Certified mod moment of all time. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you doing a watch together? Are you fucking watching? Are you watching this on the Discord? Or are you watching something else? What are you watching?
Get more out of your next adventure with WeQ Lux Visa.
Do I want to know? Did I just make a mistake here?
からそちらに思
Oh
い
yeah,
ます。
you were. Oh yeah.
はい、
Ooey
じゃあ
mama.
いきますよ。マシュマロモニタードン。マシュマロモニター
What is with
なん
this
ですけど、
sinister energy?
いやこれはここにマシュマロが映るモニターです。もうかつて VTuber 史上こんなに重たい素材のモニターにマシュマロが映ることがあっただろうかって感じなんですけれども、こちらにマシュマロをね映していきたいと思います。ういは
I'd get distracted watching Weebery though, and I don't think anybody wants a stream of just me laughing and reacting to YouTube videos on YouTube. Wait, wants a video of me laughing and reacting to videos as a video recorded live to YouTube from me watching YouTube videos on Discord. Does that make better sense? Also, no summer comma. No summer comma. All right, you know what? We're going to play something. What are we going to play? I don't know. We're going to play We're gonna play dead. We're gonna be dead. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do right there. It's just the same old to me. Been there, done that. No worries, it's your first time ranting about it, so I don't feel like comment anything. Which topic? Are you talking about the the everything? Well, I'm a pretty intellectually consistent person. I try to be anyway. So, I mean, it wouldn't be a surprise if like I expressed something that isn't expected. Like it'd be like, "Oh yeah, Squid, that's pretty expected of you." Like well, yeah, that's a good thing in my opinion anyway. As in my opinion, like I think people should be so intellectually consistent so as to be predictable. Because that means your reactions, impressions, thoughts, everything are basically the same. Excuse me. Seriously though, if there's anything that actually does kind of get me riled up these days, it's the continuing like it's the continuing lack of intellectual consistency in people. Now I can forgive a lot of these people. Fuck, I forget where I was. I think I was trying to expand the base. Oh fuck. It's 11 o'clock. I done turned into Will Smith. I gotta race home. Cause there's no, I'm Vincent Price. Fuck Will Smith. I'm Vincent Price. I fell asleep at the church, guys. And here I thought you were gonna play more Aragay. Would be even better if it's a funny and cute one. Well, thanks to my recent recent forays into the lewd games, Steam is now recommending me lewd stuff because I've played with adult content, sexuality, nudity, etc., etc. Was that you that was asking me if I had a secret account for the stuff that the the other stuff that I played? And I was just like, nah, fuck it, YOLO. Like anybody who doesn't like the games that I'm playing can deal with it. I think that was you, right? Yeah, yeah, YOLO. I don't care. I don't fucking care. Man, looking back at the old days, though, it's kind of funny to see how some people have moved on, myself included, and some people have not. And some people who everyone thought, oh, the world is that person's oyster. God, if I could only be that person. They fizzled out and died, and nobody cares anymore. I like to think that it's a sign that I'm at least a somewhat interesting person. That I have people who and I've been off Twitter for years and have had no interaction with a lot of these people. They're like, "Oh fuck, Squid's back." Like, do I make that much of a fucking impression on people? Am I that like even asking it in the way that I want to ask it makes it sound like fucking egotistical. Like like I don't know. You know I'm like this. You know I'm like this. You've had to put up with me. And my desire not to be a person, a big personality or anything like that. My almost embarrassing humility. But it's not forced. It's not fake. If there's anything I can go out on a limb on that, it's that. It's not. None of it's forced. None of it's fake. It is what it is. Fuck. Is there anything I need? I need to put the money away, that's for sure. I'm not gonna need money where I'm going. Not gonna need this shit. I will need repair kits. Not necessarily gas cans. Not gonna be breaking open any doors or picking locks. Oh fuck, the pressure's on. No! No, I'm gonna die. No! Judging from your old views, that popping up every now and then, I say it's only some that were there in GG day at least. Yeah. I think there's probably people that I was friendly with or that I knew or that considered us allies back in the day who oh, you know what I need? Do I have time for this? Two wall chests. Can I make wall chests? Faster, Squid. Faster. Kill, kill. Wall chest. Wall chest, wall chest, wall chest, wall chest. I need wall chests. Or wall safe. The fuck is a steel wall cabinet? You know what? I'm going to try one of those. I don't know what that is. I think they added those in recently. Steel. Springs. Mechanical parts. Yeah, I think looking back at it though, it's kind of funny because a lot of people I think thought that it was their big ticket in the big time, and all they really did was just fizzle out. There was most definitely a lot of grifting going on. That is for damn sure. And of course, the grifters were yelling at the grifters for being grifters. And I'm just sitting there thinking, you're all grifters. But overall, to be fair, it did accomplish what it was supposed to accomplish. The problem is that a lot of people, they set their expectations far too high. That for something that was just always ever just gonna be fucking a counterculture movement, essentially, right? The problem with these things is they're not permanent. There's always going to be, where there is subversion, there's going to continue to be subversion. That's just the nature of the world. So people who are like, well, it didn't accomplish anything. It's like, well, what were your expectations? Like, lay it out for me. Lay out your whole plan. What did you think was going to happen and what did you want to happen? and now tell me what, why it didn't happen, and stuff like that. I think it did all that it really ever could do because it wasn't what a lot of people thought it was. Oh, it's a movement. It's a political statement. It's whatever else. No, it's just a bunch of people that are like, leave our shit alone. And slapping the face of corrupt game journalists and involved political types and the like. And they damn well did that. They did it so well that to this day, they will never fucking get over it. They will never fucking get over it. 10 years from now, can you imagine still getting pissed off about something that nobody gives a shit about? Because they will. They fucking will. The game journals and political types, I mean. Oh, they'll be hella fucking livid. That they will. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, one of the one of the people I remember, she's apparently now running a fucking VTuber channel. You kids, get off of my lawn. And by the way, I think you'll laugh about this, Spoiler Lover. Can you guess what the Twitter handle I knew her under is? And no fair if you already know this from being on X, or if you're looking this up on X right now. Can you guess what the character's name, what the handle that I know this person most by? Take a guess. Take a fucking guess. It even allowed someone to use it as an opportunity to point to this person and be like, "Hey, he's back on Twitter." Take a guess. I'll give you a hint. The character's been posted in NSFW on the Discord recently. Anyways, I'm not going to give you the answer. So if you can't, I don't know. Mordred hip. Wow. Okay. No, it was not Mordred. No, even better. Even better. This character, this person, this person used the Riona personality. She's quite the lewd girl. But yeah, now apparently is running a a Twitch channel, and being a and being a VTuber with I can't even describe it. But I popped in to say hi the other day. It's kind of funny because I do remember certain people as well, and so seeing them, I'm like, oh, you. I have a lot of flaws, but remembering people that I consider important is not one of them. Or not remembering. Not remembering people that I consider important. Okay, are these things done yet? No, they're not done yet. Okay, well, it's not going to get much better here, so we need to reinforce. So we need this, and we need... I fucking hear you, you little shit. Nice try, bitch. Get dunked on. Yeah, I thought that was funny. I hadn't thought I haven't thought of a lot of these people in years, but seeing them again allows me to have a giggle because I'm like, oh, you. It's good to see the old faces. It's kind of funny seeing like a lot of the people who just shit posted and had a good time are still shit posting and having a good time, and a lot of the grifters and a lot of the people after clout and money, well, they're being embarrassing and cringe, and that's all they've got left. Or they're talking about latest thing. Hey guys, latest thing. I am currently also doing latest thing. Are you doing latest thing? I was just curious about latest current thing. It's just a curiosity, guys. Let me keep talking about latest thing. By which I currently mean Starfield. Like, I'm sorry. No. There are things that I could be doing with my time better than playing fucking Starfield. Reacting to people playing to Starfield or whatever these people are doing. How does this shit align with my mission goals? If it doesn't, well then fuck it. It can go away. The hell? Thought I was getting Bethesda there for a moment. I'm just curious though, guys. I just wanted to find out what was going on with this game. Yes, this game that you knew exactly what it was gonna be. You were just curious about it. Just curious about it, guys. I was just curious what would happen if I hit myself in the nuts with a fucking hammer. It turns out I'm actually enjoying hitting myself in the nuts with a hammer. Or at least you will. Until, you know, all of the clout from it's gone. And then all of a sudden, you just don't care anymore. Oh, I was never one of those people that was about the clout anyway. Pfft, the game was total cringe. It was embarrassing. And if talk about all of these old topics sounds like the tism, that's because it was. But I think everybody who was honest with themselves knew that's what it was. Because this is literally just a fucking slap fight over video games. But it is one that the gaming journos and media and political types still get fucking pissed off to this day on. And this is the only reason why I ever will continue to fucking talk about it. Because it's hilarious, like, embarrassingly, like, what have you guys been doing with your fucking lives? You are still talking about pointless internet drama in a way that you think is going to win you that, get you that W years later. And nobody cares about it now, and nobody cared about it then, except for embarrassingly autistic people, which again I would classify myself as having been one of the participants on a certain side, if you must put it that way. I guess if there's any side I would put myself on, though, honestly, it's the side of shitposting. I had a lot of fun making memes, a lot of fun being an irreverent jackass and overall stupid guy. But you know me. You know me. This tiger has never changed his stripes. He's always been the he's always been the goofball that he is right now. And that's what I'll be until the end of time. The serious deserve to be taken down a peg or two by being laughed at. Yes, they do. Yes, they fucking do. Oh, but are you curious? Are you curious if you can go to jail if age is a number? Ooh. Oh, man. You know what's funny is going back to the topic about the whole the other topic that I brought up when I was talking about cringe embarrassment of fucking the cringy sort of embarrassment of people who don't know how to have this fucking conversation. It's funny because fucking there's been so many things. It's like the male feminist ultra respecter of women. And then it turns out this dude has basically been sleeping, you know, he's been going the Cosby route to get laid. You know, he's like, well, the thing is, you gotta put this in your drink, girl, or else this date is not gonna happen. Now, if you put this in your drink, it's gonna make you feel a lot better, but I'll tell you what, it's gonna make old Cosby feel a lot better. Easy, just tell them when a man holding a woman they made a babe. Well, fight's coming. That is about as good as it is getting. Anyway, on more more serial topics. Oh fuck! It's almost time. We need ammunition. Fights incoming. I'm gonna have to make this quick. Mogo mogo yummy. Shit. It's almost time. No. Thought I had a machine gun at one point. Oh shit, there it is. Haha. Shut up, bitch. Nobody asked you. Well, and that is about as good as it's gonna get. Hang on 1 second before we get into it. Take a quick squid break. All right, and we are back. I think that's about as good as a job as we're going to be able to do. Well, time for the fight. Okay, then, well, fuck you too. Cop with an explosive temper. Now that's an idea. Oh shit! What are those guys? Okay, well, fuck you too then. Breaking my shit. Wonder if this would work. Nope. Oh fuck. Thank you. Are there any sussy games on Steam, or is that just a joke, by the way? Not that I'm curious personally. I'm just asking for a friend. What kind of saucy would you like? Cute and funny or cat boy flavor? Oh shit, one of those guys. Get the fuck out of here, nobody likes you. I don't know. I feel like I should clear Monster Girl Bifrost first, though. I mean, technically we beat the game. So, do we add Monster Girl Bifrost to completed games? We didn't get all the endings, but we got multiple endings. Me, personally, I think it counts. But that's just me. Ow. That's not very nice. The fuck do you think you're going? Saucy, though. Seriously? If you can give me something that looks interesting, that isn't just straight up as bad as... And I don't mean bad as in the game was not quality. I mean bad as in, like, just straight up... just straight up is, like, way too over-the-top lewd. So... let's put it like this, alright? I wouldn't mind something like Monster Girl Bifrost if it was a little saucier. Because at least that's fun. But, like, take me to the dungeon, a little too explicit. A little too much just, hey, here it is. Here's the brown starfish and the clams. Straight up chapter 1. I also like multiple girls, but I'm not against single girl. And I'm pretty much only gonna play Catboy Paradise because of the meme, so yeah, not looking for bros playing jokes on bros, because you know we do get a little silly sometimes. Oh, that does work. Nice. I should make that a channel. Game suggestions. Suggest games for Squid to play. Then I can add them onto my wish list. And who knows, maybe with luck, some friend sees it on Steam and is like, hey Squid, here you go. Happy birthday or something. I mean, if it seems interesting enough, I'll buy it myself. I'm not even going to wait for it to be gifted. But that's how I operate. I'm probably a hard person to buy things for, because I'm definitely the sort that's just, if it interests me, I'm just going to straight up go out and fucking buy it. I'm not going to screw around. What are you doing? Fucking going Jules Verne, Journey to the Center of the Earth or something? These zombies do get a little silly. They do be engaging in some foolishness. In some tomfoolery. Ow. You fucking cunt. Well, at least now you get it that there are some H games out there that are just for H right out of the bat. But yeah, I'll look for one that is foreplay for you. For you. Well, I mean, I've always known. I guess it's for the weebs there. It's the difference between what are the terms? So there's the difference between dating sim and fucking. What's it? I'm gonna have my weeb card revoked here. the terms, the definitions. They're all escaping me. The fuck does it sound like things are being broken in the house? Nope. You know, part of it. Someone made this point about something else, but I feel like it's actually relevant to the people that are like, "Ew, oh my god, that character's such a lolly." Like, I think it's like these people are like, you know, oh, everything is all samey. I get sick of it being the same shit over and over again. But then they have these aversions to anything that challenges their preconceived notions of the world. Because, like, let me tell you the thing that a lot of these dumb shits are missing when it comes down to, like, age stuff, right? They're like, why can't there be interesting stories? And it's like, here's an interesting story, all right? It's a character who's literally stuck in the body of a boy for his entire existence. He literally cannot age. He's seen generations of people live and die, and he's basically become completely fucking cynical of the world. And then he falls in love with a woman, right? But it's funny, too. It gets funny. We get the laughs and the jokes and everything, because, you know, it's like, oh, hello, One-san. Is this your cute younger brother? Like, it has nothing to do with that. It's used as a gag, as a vehicle, as a joke. But then these, I don't know, it feels to me like these types would also, like, be like, well, why is everything trying to be X? Why is everything trying to be X? And it's like, what else do you leave when you knee-jerk react to the obvious visual, missing the entire fucking point of something? Like, maybe there's some deeper metaphor, and maybe there's some deeper, like, thematic reasons that these are the way they are. Or maybe you just need to fucking stop being so serious about everything. This is like the joke I made about, like, the people that like act like it's an intellectual argument when the only actual argument they're making is, well, you know, I think 2D drawings are real people, and it's like, that's not an intellectual argument, sir. That's a knee-jerk reaction. What was it? What was that post I saw? What was that post I fucking saw? Someone was like, a lot of Melisune's charm is lost when you actually start seeing her as an actual little girl instead of just a small-bodied woman who does a bunch of goofy stuff. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I need to actually play more of the more recent Lost Belts and get more deeply into FGO and all that. But I mean, it's funny. If that's the intent, that's actually hilarious. But again, these people are only capable of the I guess intellectual level of like, hey, look like a kid. You must be some kind of child molester. Wow, you guys have been at fucking work down here, haven't you? That's what all that snapping noise was. Okay then. Time to reinforce down here. Interesting choice of show to plot. Let me... Well, I mean, you know, there's probably like I mean, that's not even an original thought. Let's be honest. That plot has probably been done with it. I mean, you know, it's not literally what's her name, Tanya the Destroyer or whatever. But we've definitely seen like vehicles used to fucking like to be like, well, it's this cute girl and, you know, she's a cute girl. Ha 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 ha. Epic gag moments. Not that I'm hating. I laugh. I laugh because I don't take the shit seriously like a lot of people do, but like these types, they get so fucking offended up in their own asses, like, oh my god, oh, fainting on the couch time. Yeah, they should start taking... Hey, we don't talk about the idol agency. The one thing I can, though, going back to the topic of the old days, though, I think one of the things is that a lot of people, their expectations and them taking it too seriously were just out of line. I just thought it was a lot of fucking fun and shit posting, and guess what? I didn't walk away from it thinking that it failed. A lot of people thought this was going to be some big cultural movement that was going to change the world. People for and against, actually. The against people were probably terrified of the idea. But they both thought the same thing, and they were both fucking wrong. Embarrassingly wrong. No Squid Monster Girl. Hey, Cranberry. How you doing? You know what? Since Spoilover mentioned lewd games, and you're here, you know what we're going to do? We're going to bargain with Jesse some more. Jessam, we have to cook. We've already been cooking. Oh no. Oh no. That shark VTuber is totally fake, or whatever that fucking lame ass controversy was. When Squid Monster Girl V2 of Avatar. Hey, I gotta Quick is gonna commit not Christian friendly. There you go. There you go. Now it's safe. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? Also, due to my friend phone and I getting fucked recently, though, I got a new one. I now own the FGO account again, exactly on my 700th day anniversary. Congratulations. And I got greeted by a comma.
Excuse me. Hi. Sorry to bother. Can't tell.
Not fair.
Are we gonna do it this time, guys? Are we? Or is this the last time? Again. The last time once again. The last time to end all last times.
My mother never made anything like this for us. A date with 3 people? I'm breaking all sorts of taboos lately. Wow, I never thought I'd have the chance to be on an actual cruise ship.
Now that's hot.
Oh yeah. Max out Jessam's and passion right away. I know how to push the ladies' buttons. I should. I fucked her and her daughter after all. Two people at a bar. They start to get drunk. The conversation gets really heated. One of them starts yelling at the other, I fucked your mom. I fucked your mom. The schoolgirl sighs and says, Squid, go home. You're drunk. Funny joke. Everybody laughs. But doctor, I am great, Squid Pagliacci. We need sentiment. How do we get more sentiment? I guess that works. But like, is that hat or whatever head accessory waterproof? No. It's most likely, you know, some sort of breathable material because, you know, desert, climate, religion. So it's probably quite permeable, but permeable by water. But at least we don't see her hair, because if we saw her hair, we'd think she was some kind of fucking slut. And I don't want to think that. So it's a good thing that this girl's hair is covered. Because if I saw her hair, I wouldn't be able to control myself. I'd just be like, well, girl, just don't go outside with your hair uncovered next time.
You really know how to tire a girl out.
Oh, wait until me and Jesse get going. Jessam, we have to cook. Jesse, we have been turned into characters in an erotic video game. I bet Gus is behind this. Oh, wow. Okay. That'll work.
Waited for me? Thank you.
All right, girl, what are you up to over here? What are you doing? What are you trying to do here? Sorry, wrong game. Passion Max! Uncaged! Unrocking! Full passion potential! Change on! Transform into! You guys have been linking too much Kamen Rider shit. Starting to fuck with my head. You know what you're doing. I see what you're doing and I don't know if I like it.
Oh, you really do like me, huh?
Yeah, you and your daughter. Boy, is that some mommy issues right there. But like, is the hat or whatever a head accessory waterproof? We doing a Gamergate debate? The Bacon from Hell. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Not a debate. No. Early on in the stream, it was more like a retrospect for me. Looking back on things. Thinking back on all that went down and all of how silly it was and how ultimately it's dumb that people keep saying that it failed and that it never did anything and that it did blah, 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 blah. TLDR, a lot of people thought it was going to be this magical fucking Twinkie that just shot their hopes and dreams into their fucking mouth and that, you know, the world would make sense and everything would be great forever and forever again. And it's like you're still fucking thinking like children. It did exactly what it was supposed to. It pissed off a bunch of the right kinds of people. It's like Trump, right? And it's kind of funny because after the days of GG, like a lot of people who were thought of as heroes of the movement, as they all like term themselves, a lot of those fucking people turned into the fucking full-on anti-Trump force. And it's like, bro, you come from essentially a culture, or at least this is the way you style yourselves, as a culture that likes to piss people off and be irreverent and everything. And yet here you are like, oh my God, Trump is going to destroy the Republic. It's going to result in World War III. He must be defeated. By the way, I must put on the mask. I must buy the hand sanitizer. I must invest in toilet paper. Oh no, oh no, no. Meanwhile, me on the sidelines like, yeah, how could it have failed? The journos are still pissed about it. It will have failed when they stop fucking talking about it. And guess what? Spoilers. They're never going to stop fucking talking about it. They're never going to stop talking about it. Like, they're literally never going to fucking stop talking about it. They can't deal with that L. And the L they have to deal with is people don't like them. They build these little enclaves where they think that people like them and they're charming and they're the influencers. They're the respectable people that everyone is going to look up to and aspire to be. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, if I aspired to be an alcoholic, the only person I'd look up to would be the guy at the fucking liquor store selling me the bottles of rum. Where was all the rum gone? Do I want to respond to that? Yeah, I will. Squid lore, I have. I have. I'm not going into detail, but I have. And yes, in that way. I'm just gonna leave that. I'm just gonna leave that to everyone's imagination. You don't need to know my personal details. That joke is more than I usually give people about me personally. It was kind of nice, though. It was kind of nice, gotta admit. Four moves. Fuck. Nope. Nah. Damn it. We're in that problem again. Gamergate debates.
Haven't lost your touch.
Even outside of Gamergate, fucking debates don't exist. They don't fucking happen. It's just people looking to shout at somebody and push their bullshit political ideology. That's all it ever is. It's people... It's honestly, it's just people looking for audience reach. That's all that shit is. And when they think they have enough audience reach, well, they never participate in debates again. They make all the excuses, though. Well, I just can't handle right-wingers, you know, and their stupid Trump-tard antics, blah, 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 shit like that. All of a sudden, they're above debating. Who needs imagination if you can fanfic 2 girls, 1 squid, ooh. No. Knowing what that is, no. There will be no 2 girls, 1 squid. I'm sorry, I don't live in Germany. That's not my thing. Living in Germany is not my thing. Who am I? Kiara? Okay, that's fucked up. She lives in Australia. Australia. Can't do her accent. Okay, you're going to the usual room. No, not the usual
You
room.
go on. I need a smoke
I
break.
lose this one. God, why is this one being so fucking impossible? Am I actually going to be forced to give up? No. No, says I. Alright, I am getting tired of this fucking loop. I'm starting to get PTSD. I'm gonna see these two together and you're gonna hear that noise. Yeah, Squid, you have to let them go. The world is not real.
Ah.
You won't mind if I lick my fingers clean, will you?
No, I don't mind. Go ahead. Hey, that's my... What are you doing with my... Those are my fingers. Stop. All right, fuck it. Let's go for it.
Yes, take me, please.
So if you're lonely.
Wow, I never thought I'd have the chance to be on an
Seriously, I am really glad this girl continues to cover her hair. We must remain modest. Thank the prophet that in times like this, girls like her still exist that respect true dignity. Ooh. Can I move this one down one? How can I do that? That's not how to do that.
Maybe I am getting a little too old for this.
Oh, you're never too old for a hot dicking. You just graduate from, you know, girl to older girl to MILF to GILF to SILF? ZILF. Zombie I'd like to fuck. I see. Very good. Yeah, so much time and effort has gone into this shit, though. Like, every single word that the fucking journos still waste on this bullshit is hilarious to me. Every single post of the grifters and the attention seekers and the never will be's and the graduated from talking about cringe to being fucking cringe people, every time they mention this thing, I fucking laugh. Because maybe it was all in my head, but at one point it felt like the ring was being offered to me as well. And I walked the fuck away from it. And I'm glad I fucking did. Because good lord, what fucking happened to these people that got high on their own bullshit? All of their fans sucking their dick and telling them how great and awesome they are. Like, bro, you're a dude who fucking talks about dumb shit that nobody cares about online. Who the hell do you think you are? Again, sometimes you
Let's give this another shot.
Ew.
Oh, you really do like me, huh?
You know, it's weird. Your daughter says the same thing in bed. I'm.
What a guy.
And yes, I'm going to continue using this I fucked your daughter bit for all it's worth because it's hilarious. I'm not going to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. Ha 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 ha. I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop. You know what would be a more interesting debate? sex with furniture. That would be a more interesting debate than Gigi at this point. I mean, it wasn't even really that good of a debate at the time. And you could tell. You could fucking tell. The fix was always in. It was just always about exactly what I was just complaining about. Attention and audience reach. They weren't there to talk about anything. No, they were there to get outreach. They were there to get attention. I'm here to defend Anita and all the girls from the trolls who just hate women. That was their angle. Broadcast to the world how much you respect women and want women to be safe and blah, 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 blah. Shut up. But it worked to get them what they wanted, which is that money. Same with the other side. Like, I'm sorry. I would have never debated because it's not a fucking debate. It's not a question. If there was an interesting debate or question to be had, it'd be something along the lines of, is corruption acceptable? Is there a point at which we should tolerate corruption? High-minded stuff like that. Not like, is there? Is there? Is there? There quite honestly fucking is. What do you mean, is there?
Phew, I need to work on my stamina.
Let's have a debate on if the sun is fucking there or not. I know everybody can see it. I know everybody knows about it. And everybody knows it's going to happen tomorrow. But let's have a debate. By the way, I just want to go on the record and say that all the stuff that is no longer on my channel is not no longer there because I give a shit what people think of my contributions back then is infinitesimally small and as insignificant as they were. No, it's because I can't fucking trust YouTube. Besides, if it was important enough for anybody to give a shit about, somebody would have uploaded it somewhere. And probably did. Who knows? There's probably a fucking subsection of some bullshit Wikipedia somewhere that has, like, all of my nonsense ranting. But hey, like I said at the beginning of the stream, I fucking wouldn't be as well-spoken. And that's saying basically almost nothing, because I'm not really all that well-spoken. I wouldn't be nearly as well as I was if I didn't get all that practice doing doing fucking updates and news and rants and other things. Come on. Why are you girls like this? Who hurt you?
I very much appreciate your patience.
Said the nurse when the doctor left her in charge of the ward for the night. And I thought my jokes were bad.
Oh my god.
Like, I make jokes, but I'm still laughing about the whole fucking revenge porn thing. The revenge porn thing and the ongoing cancer diagnosis. If you're deep into the tism You know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm just sitting here on the sidelines laughing about it. It's fucking hilarious and embarrassing. You either die a hero or live to see yourself become the fucking cringe. Like not even a month on Twitter, and I've already gotten way too much fucking updates on the old types. Way more than I could have ever asked for. I'm just like, at this point, I'm just like, well, I don't know what anyone was expecting. Do not know what anyone was fucking expecting. Yes, Jesse, exactly. That's my response.
I don't deserve it.
Oh, you do. You get what you fucking deserve. This is turning into the fucking new General General Ishiro. No, it's who is it? Well, fuck it. I'm tired of this shit. By that I mean I'm not playing this game anymore. Tired of this shit. Steve, it's time. It's time, Steve. Palm puzzle game is for real harder than most puzzle games, not because the puzzle is hard themselves. I swear, if you're about to say what I think I am, I'm gonna say it for you. If you take too long. But the fucking requirement raise even if you fucking fail. Alright, we back at it with some fucking cross-channel. Let's go. Holy shit, has it been 3 hours? Good God, 3 hours! Well, you know what? It's time to play like twice that in cross-channel hours. But is that one of those download and solve the puzzle today type games? All right then. Come by next time and we'll hang out.
おう、目のことも紹介してやるよ。
Oh god, this part. Fucking perving on this guy's niece. Really? I began trembling with excitement.
大したもんじゃないんだけどな。あんま期待すんなよ。
Also, don't worry about Squid. Jack got it covered. It's fucked up. At least he didn't mention Riona. It wasn't that big of a deal. He was blind to the possibilities that introducing me would create. But he'd realize that before long. But first, the ritual. I decided to change into something a little more comfortable. Like your mom. Got him! For literary inspiration, I must break out my, my Murasaki outfit. Yes. Complete with brush pen. Squid, are you awake? Breakfast is ready. Me sitting mid-brush stroke in my Murasaki outfit. Let's be honest, this isn't the weirdest thing you've ever caught me doing.
Oi!
What's with the yelling?
うわ、太一。なんて顔だ。
Knock it off.
間違えた。なんて格好だ。
Is it really so weird? I mean, I get it. I did choose to spend for the less pricey option. The wig is the part that I'm particularly happy with. It looks really good. Even without lighting, it looks really good. Go ahead, take a picture with your camera phone. No, wait, don't do that.
ジャパニーズ着物だな。
Oh yes, as opposed to the non-Japanese kimonos. Also, considering this is voiced, game must be huge. Cross-channel? Actually, as far as I know, it actually pretty much is. I'm so glad I went to Japan and got an actual physical copy with box and instruction manual and everything else. But that's ancient Squid history. Shit, that's almost as bad as talking about Gamergate. It's my Japanese Soseki.
漱石か、すごいな。いつもそんな格好なの？
Of course.
すごいね。
It's only my second time wearing the kimono, but still. So, why are you here so late?
いや、どうしたもこうしたも。これ、太一の分。
was holding a cardboard box. Ah, I see, a cardboard box. One could search his entire lifetime looking for a cardboard box such as this and never find it. But it would not be a life wasted. I took it from him. It's pretty heavy.
詰めてあるから。
It's too dark. I can't tell what's inside.
部活のお裾分けだよ。夏場だし無駄に抱えてても腐るしさ。
There's snacks in here.
そう。
Thank you.
いいよ。だって友情は見返りを。
Not asking anything in return. Arigatou gozaimasu. You have placed me in your net. I'm sorry if I haven't troubled you in such a way. Thumbs up. Thumbs up, soldier! I guess Squid got numb from Tabubas from all that honey pop. Now he's going for hey, hey. You may be an innocent rat, but I'll be looking out for you.
ああ、そうだ。桐原がさ、倒れた。
Say what?
正確には倒れていた。
The Harakiri Fistmaster doesn't go down easy. Not even to my karate.
その倒れた違う。それに空手ってのもわけわからないし。そんでさ、今は桜庭が看護してるんだけど、当然役に立たないから、長谷倉先輩に見てもらえないかなって。
Yeah, that makes sense.
すぐ頼んでもらえる？
Sure, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I put on sandals and went to Hasekura's house. When I returned, Tomoki was still there. Okay, Hasekura is on their way now.
はいや。太一の言うことだけはよく聞くんだ。
Well, if she doesn't, all sorts of problems start popping up for her. And other things start popping up too.
あ？
Forget that last part. I didn't say anything. Never mind that. Want to come up and play some PC 98? I got the latest Tuhu game from that Zune guy. I bet you he's going to be great someday. Let's go play it. I didn't have one. I'll even let you change the discs.
キュッパチって何？
So are we watching Pool the movie today or Budget? Tell me there's a joke, mi amigo. Huh? You really don't know what the PC-98 is. And you call yourself a PC nerd.
少なくとも今まで聞いたことはないな。
So are we watching Pool the movie or Budget China Squid Game? Are you talking about the fucking gay squids or whatever? That... I think I've had enough of that for a fucking lifetime. What the fuck is Pool the movie again? So that's the kind of person I'm talking to. Man, kids these days. The PC old guards swear by this illustrious machine, and you're just spitting in their face.
いや、今更全然怖くないし。
Don't say those kinds of things.
なんでさ。
Are you too young to understand? Are you? Oh, the horror that is the recklessness of your youth, Tomoki. Hey, Squid Gaze is nice. We do lose a few brain cells watching. I've already lost too many brain cells. Were you not here for the part where I was ranting about being part of basically autism incarnate? Also, Bacon from Hell, I don't know if you're still here. But it was nice seeing you pop by. Also, let me go check the old X Twitter. Oh, there's people. Damn, bro. What did elves do to you? No, I'm not gonna respond to that. Okay, sorry guys. Didn't mean to disregard you there. Was having a bit of a giggle. Was being a little silly on the old X. Yeah. Whoa, what the hell happened in here? My room looked a lot nicer than this before. I came back to my room and turned on the light. So much had been going on and I was spent. It's fucking hot! The air conditioners better get fixed soon. And so I was soaking in the bath when... Huh? Just as the amazing feeling of the cold bath began to send me to the other side of consciousness, the doorbell called me back. Crap. Also, how long has Spoilover been getting the code? Did Spoilover died? I see, now there are two of them in voice. This is getting out of hand. Guys, don't make code jokes. It makes me sad. It makes me think of how long it's been. Don't. Don't give me hope. That's it. I don't fucking care if all muscle just turned Shin into fucking friend points. I don't care if he made an AI construct to fool everyone else. I will begin the ritual now. I will summon him back. And there is no one, all muscle, anyone who will stop me. Who is it? You'll have to speak up. I'm wearing a kimono. Such a wicked sounding name attached to such a cute voice. Is that you, Yusa? It's open. Come in. She was always one of my favorites because she's cute. And I got a thing for girls with Megane and big eyes. And her forehead's probably massive. She's doing her best to hide it. I could see myself reflected in her pitch black pupils. Okay, wow. First of all, those ain't fucking pitch black. Knowing Taichi, he'd lose the kimono before opening. Good evening. You see, blood is too precious a thing in these times. Also, I just realized this dude making all of these weird offhand cultural jokes, it's a little uncomfortably close. Also, I've gotten the biggest fucking sense of deja vu because I feel like I've actually streamed this game before, somewhere in another life. I mean, deja vu. I've just been in this place before. Oh, this. Did it shock you? I'm a fan of Natsume Soseki.
は
That's why I like to wear this.
あ、似合います。
Really?
そのお髪がお白くていらっしゃられるので色合いとかが
Even so, kimonos look better with black hair. I gave a bitter smile. And it probably look better on you, Yusa.
そんな
What is she, fucking Ame? Just starts hiccuping out of nowhere? Yeah. Yeah, it will look good on me, but it will look even better in my it would look even better on the floor of my bedroom. Oh dear.
すいません
It doesn't seem like they'll stop anytime soon. I'll have to give her a fright. If she were Kirihara, I wouldn't have thought twice about just flashing her. But to surprise Yusa... Yusa, look here. Yeah, she raised her beautiful face. I brought mine closer. From a couple inches away, I whispered to her, I killed Mufasa. And I am L. Let's get married. I mean, that's a good strat. That's a good strat. Here's your code, Squid. Woo. Wait, I don't understand. What? I thought we were supposed to be looking at the pool, the movie. What is this? Well, I know it's talking about the pool. I've already linked people to the pool. Uh Also, ripping pepperoni people that love to film porn at the pool. They're now charging you to fucking clean up the jizz. Hey, why don't you come in?
今
Don't worry. Come on.
今何が起こったんだろう お家の方は
Oh, right for the fucking heart, huh? I'm not sure. I wonder if they'll come home tonight.
え
Wait, Well, truth be told, it was pretty complicated. It's a busy time of year for their work, so they stay in the company dorms more often than not.
あ、そうですか。
So, what exciting news has brought you to my place today?
なんだか外国の小説の登場人物みたいな口調ですね。私、今日が誕生日なんです。
Wait, she just fucking showed up at my house on her birthday? Yeah, what do you want? Oh, you, what's up? Hey, cutie, how you doing? Squid, hi. Yeah, what are you doing here? What do you want? Well, you know, today's my birthday. Oh, congrats. Happy birthday. How old are you? I'm legal now, Squid. Okay, 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 okay. Listen, you're a great girl. And I really like everything you're doing, but, I need to not be in this place ever again. But this is your house. Yeah, I'm just the fuck out. Help yourself to whatever you want in the fridge because nothing in here belongs to me anymore. See ya. Peace. Oh, he's so cute. Whoa, really? Yeah, I was thoughtless.
それでですね、これ、お誕生日プレゼントです。
Why was she giving me a birthday present? Oh god, no. It's one of those I thought I'd be the present sort of situation. No. Wait, is my brain messing with me? Is it making me reverse it? I brought you a birthday present, Squid.
いつもお世話になってるお礼です。
Also, this fucking Steam translation is shit. It's missing so much. Was this fucking machine translated? I bet it was. Cause the fucking the grammatical stuff it continues to fucking irritate and bother me. It's gonna keep fucking bothering me, and it's not like it's not a bad thing. It's not the worst thing in the world, but it's like imagine if there was like a tiny little insignificant speck of a TV monitor that was just starting to go out, just a little, not bad, but just enough for you to notice that the colors were kind of in kind of a little area, like a little corner. They were starting to go out, right? It's not bad. You can still fucking watch TV or movies or whatever else, but you're always going to see that spot. And you know you're going to see that spot. And you can't fucking not see that spot because That's what it is. It's there. It's fucking just an irksome little thing. I mean, it's a fairly decent. I think it's missing a lot of stuff. And this is coming from a guy who basically translated using machines and toddler understanding of Japanese. It's not the worst. I've seen a lot fucking worse, especially with all of these people that these translators or fan translators that are like, oh, they once talked about how weird it is for men and women to interact or something like that. And they're like, well, this is my perfect opportunity to interject like political stuff. Let's make this conversation about being transgender or something like that. Not that I give a fuck. Again, I don't. Do your life, do or whatever. I am specifically in this case making fun of people who will do things that are fucking wrong and act smug for having done it. I mean, imagine if I took everyone's favorite woke game and translated the game into Japanese or something like that. And every word of dialogue in the game is, I sure do like to vote for Trump, right? That's every word of spoken dialogue. Everything else is like poorly translated, but every word of spoken dialogue is like, I sure do like to vote for Trump. Would they be okay with it? Would they be like, oh, he's just quirky. He just up to a little tomfoolery. And for the people who weren't politically opposed to that, would they be okay with that? Would they be like, well, I mean, at least the rest of the game is in English? Now you get while the reviews talk about the translation. Yeah, I mean, again, it could be a lot worse. It could be a lot fucking worse. It could be one of those things where it's intentionally mistranslated. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I'm not an elitist or a purist by any sense of the word, so it's not the thing that's going to ruin it for me. And honestly, this is one of my favorite things to talk about. And you guys, if you've been here, if you've listened to me long enough, you've probably heard me rant about this. A lot of the people who are like, well, it needs to be in the original Japanese. It needs to be. Otherwise, it's not correct. They don't understand that there's a lot of cultural references and a lot of puns and whatnot that will not and cannot fucking translate over. When I first started studying Japanese, I think one of the funniest things for me was unintentionally discovering that the refrigerator joke doesn't fucking work in Japanese. And also the kairi tai joke doesn't work in English, right? Why? Because the joke, is your refrigerator running, doesn't work in Japanese, because is your refrigerator operating does not form a pun with is your refrigerator literally running out of the house or doing something like that, right? In the same way that kairi tai, I think it's, I don't remember, it's been years, but that phrase, it's I am returning, or my tie wants to go home, or something like that. Or is it I want to go home, or my tie is returning home? That sort of thing, right? There's not a one-to-one there. It does not fucking work. So, like, a lot of times people that act like elitists and whatever else about, like, it needs to be literally a one-to-one translation. Well, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. I think what was it? Azumanga tried its best to do the closest approximation to jokes, and it did a fairly decent job. And I'm talking about the manga, not the anime. Stuff like the ice joke that works because the joke is based around the kanji for water and ice. How do you turn water into ice? Add a dot? Well, that's how you do it. Because the kanji for water, if you put a dot in the upper right corner, it turns it into fucking ice. Ha ha. Funny, right? But then something like, I have a cat's tongue or whatever else. Like stuff like that doesn't one-to-one translate over, but the nerd's like,
Yeah, if it gets translated incorrectly, well, then that's not fair. I can't stand that they didn't use the original pun, the original joke.
that being said, I'm all over the place today. That being said, at some point, you just got to accept that you got to put something else in there, because it's like it's a character attempting to be funny or to use a pun or lighten a situation or whatever else. But what they're doing is not going to translate over one-to-one. Like I said, imagine like I was talking with somebody and I did the refrigerator joke, right? Japanese, you couldn't translate it. Like a Japanese person would be like, okay, well, the joke he's doing is your refrigerator operating? Well, then you better go catch it. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense in our language. Like, the dude just seems really mentally unstable, which, I mean, I might be, but, I'm just saying. So, yeah, long rant, long cooking short. It's not easy. So, in a sense, I can agree with people who are annoyed with either lazy or direct or literal translating or straight up mistranslating for political purposes. But on the other hand, I'll give a little bit of leeway for people that are trying to make it work in good faith. And admittedly, those are quite few and far between anyway. Oh no. To be fair, Japanese suck. Are we talking about Japanese themselves, or are we talking about the language? Japanese is actually pretty darn, yeah. It's it's very hierarchical, and it's funny because I think, well, from an American's perspective, right? Accents just tend to be regional things. It's not an attempt to intentionally exclude people out of things, but it does seem to be like the Japanese language is intended to be exclusionary. Like if I call a tire rubber flibbity flobbity, right? You get that I'm just British. I'll pull into the local pub and I'm like, "Oh, mate, Me rubber flibby flubbery is no off the rails. And me mates understand, like, right, my tire is proper fuck, mate. But the Americans be like, what the fuck is a rubber flibbity flobbity? It's not like intentionally, it's just your thing that you're doing. It's not trying to be intentionally obfuscate your existence. Her fingers fidgeted eagerly on her lap. Speaking of H plots, is this the part where she's like, oh no, Taichi, no, we mustn't. Oh yes, we must. Your body's been begging for it since you came in here. It's the smell of a bitch in heat, and it's all coming from you, isn't it? No. Stop, or I'll... Or you'll what? Actually, I disagree. Looking into the cultural aspects of different things, I don't think that Japanese and certain very strict hierarchical societies are all of that respectful. To be honest, I think it's just basically a thing to feed the people on top and the people who are the upper class. Oh, it's great to have the lower class tell you how great your shit smells. Oh, yes, master, let me lick your feet. Oh, you're so great, master. Let me lick your feet. Oh, master's feet taste so great. Oh. Yeah, it's a great privilege that a lot of these societies exist to basically create. It's kind of funny because I think a lot of them probably look at the more Western Enlightenment style cultures and they're like, oh, it's all disordered and everything's all over the place and nobody knows who anybody is and anybody could be anybody. And it's like, is that a bad thing? I don't get to be just born into a fucking family and have people have to lick my asshole. Oh yes, Squid Summer. Oh, and the most tasty of the. But yet, that's a lot of these fucking cultures. We gotta respect the blah 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 blah. Blah. It's like, shut the fuck up. And when that's built into an entire fucking culture, like, bruh, sorry, I can't do it. Literally cannot do it. She was practically ready to burst. Adorable. As I said, already done. I'll go get it. Hmm.
太一さん、私そろそろ戻らないといけない時間なんです。
Damn, how long have I been up here? Ugh. Well, here's your journal. And this is a birthday gift from me. Is this like Doki Doki or different? No, this is a proper VN. This is not one of those. Well, I'll hold off on that. Well then, I better walk you home. It's nighttime. There might be creepers lying in wait. Just put some fucking candles up. Just get some cats. I don't even play Minecraft and I know that shit. No, this is like Clanad, but if the protag is a molester instead. What, you want me to play Clanad? Is that what you want? Let me check. Do I have space to install Clanad? Let's see. Do I have room to install Clanad? Well, that's good. Why do you have so many fucking video games? It only needs 5 gigs? Oh yeah, let's go! Too late. It's installing. I need to finish the Tomoyo route. Disregard Nagisa. Acquire girl with silver hair. Shall we? Well. Well. Mrs. Yusa. Let's not stand in ceremony. We'll fight like a younger girl, with nothing held back. Admirable, but mistaken. Victory has betrayed you. Oh, so you think Meg and I are allies? I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see corrected eyesight until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. Ah, yes. I was wondering what would break first. Your body or your mind? Is there a route where his wife doesn't die? I don't know if I want to spoil that one for you. I really don't. Because the answer is either yes or no, and I'm not going to give you the answer either way. You could probably go to the internet and get the answer there, but I'm not going to give you the answer here. You're going to have nobody but yourself to blame if you get the answer. We made our way down the moonlit street. You were moved at a slow pace, and time seemed to slip away. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Gonna fly like an eagle, eagle. Let him carry me. Gonna fly like an eagle. Sorry, thinking of Space Jam again. Oh, hey, please be sure to give my thanks to your mother for me. Oh, hey, please be sure to give my thanks to your mother for me. For letting me pull up and hit that thick ass last night. Expect a little brother soon. Yeah, your mom. Who I did last night. Ha! Got him!
まあそうですね。その質問毎回しますよね、大地さん。
Wait, what? It's kind of weird. Huh? Am I? Now that she mentioned it, I always did ask her that. It's just one of those things people say to pad out a conversation. But it seems like you've grown out of that kind of childish talk, you saw.
大地さん、私の子供の頃のこと知らないはずでは。
What do you mean? You'll be hearing this for many years to come.
もうずっと言われてます。
I just mean you've grown so much since we met. That's the way I see it anyway. There's still some parts of you that are undeveloped, though.
あれ？
Please take care of yourself. Physically, I mean. Not that that was the kind of thing someone could do even if they wanted.
難しくてよくわかりませんですけど、はい。大地さんが言うなら頑張ってみます。
I clench my hands at my sides. God, I'm fighting the urge to start doing Slipknot. It's the only I'm not gonna make it.
すみません。送ってもらって。
You need not thank me, dear lady. 'Tis but only natural for a gentleman such as myself.
恐縮です。
Ha 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 ha. For a woman like you, I would love to charm the pants right off you while you sleep at night.
夜の寝室でですか？
I kid. The place where you sleep would be a great place. for me to poop on. Agid.
こういう送ってもらったりするのって小説の中
So
だ
we
けの
watching a pool
話かと
movie
思
on
ってま
Discord?
した。
Are we? I don't know. I'm streaming right now. You know, you walking me home like this, it feels like a scene out of some novel. You know, Yusa, I really like you. I want you to be my girl. Yusa, there's something you gotta know about me. I'm not like other guys. Taiji, what's wrong? Taiji. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. It's close to midnight and something evil's knocking in the dark. Sorry. Couldn't resist. God, this character in this game. Like no wonder I unintentionally vibe with this game, even knowing half about it as much as I did when I was machine and toddler Japanese translating it. There is no pool movie. Oh god. Oh great. There have been so many viewers now that the fucking concurrent viewer thing had to shrink down. Wait, there's really that much right now? Come to mention it, Yusa was a fan of novels of the Dragost. Does it count the views on Discord stream? No. Wait, are you assholes streaming this on Discord? I'm gonna have to end people. Oh shit, I'm hearing myself laugh. The delay. The fucking delay.
I love hip games.
The fucking delay. I'm hearing myself laugh. The delay. The fucking delay. Now I'm hearing myself talk about myself talking delay. Now I hear myself be German. Now I'm hearing myself talk about myself. Oh god, there's too many Squid voices. Get out of my head. Squid, get out of my head. Get out of my head. Oh god, there's too many Squid voices. Get out of my head. I don't know which of the soundboards or anything anymore. Get out of my head. Oh god, there's too many Squid voices. Get out of my head. I don't know which of the soundboards or anything anymore. You guys are killing me. I don't know which of the soundboards or anything anymore. Okay, that's too confusing. Too confusing for you. You're not the one having to hear yourself in like too confusing like for eight different versions of yourself. You're not the one having to hear yourself in like like eight different versions of yourself. You're not the one having to hear yourself in like different versions of yourself. You're not the one Squid pointing at himself. Squid pointing at himself. Squid pointing at himself. Okay, I had to stop talking because I was getting way too damn confusing. Okay, I had to stop talking. You guys really, I gotta disconnect. I can't focus. You guys. Jesus. 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 Well, I mean, I guess at least I know people are watching. Wait, then who are the other viewers? Who was phone? There seems to be imposters among us. Meow.
ちょっと働きました。
Excuse me. Like I said, it's only the natural thing to do. I mean, in this world, there are those who wouldn't think twice about taking advantage of the weak. They are a pitiable lot. That said, I don't want to be the kind of man who only sets his sights on those out of reach. In other words, please be true. In other words, dun, dun, dun. I want to be a man who is aware of both what's beyond him and what's right underfoot. In other words, I'd like to share my affection from the perspective of a micro-ideologist. You could say that just a man would be my ideal form. Say life is a surfboard. Cool. Granted, but there is more to life than form. What about function? These are issues of life people face to some degree. People are afraid of repeating their existence and failure and their childhood traumas. So afraid they'll spend their days wishing for nothing more than to return to ignorance. It just seems cowardly to me. In short, definitely pre-puberty. Choonies, in other words. Fucking choonies. If we value things strictly from a physical perspective, anything with that value can be categorized. Some are bowl or rocket-shaped. Some have bell-like tips or sag, or are just flat. Heck, some even have concave tips, I hear. Don't do that.
どうしましたです？
You shouldn't be recording this stuff.
あまり難しかったので、後で調べようと思ったのですが。
Watch out! Take cover! Shh. Keep quiet. We're on the battlefield.
平和な日本の街並みにしか見えないここが戦場？
Yeah. I can practically feel a soldier's bloodlust right now.
ソルジャー兵士？
American this. Russian that. Deep State Broadcasting. Military acronyms. This is all extremely sensitive intel. Seems like you're gone. We should be all right. I hate to ask this, but could you please destroy all of your memos from tonight's conversation?
はいしますごめんなさい
Sorry for the trouble.
いいんです私が悪いんです
All right, YouTube, we are going to end the stream for today. I think that's enough questions and answers and ranting and randomness about Gamergate. We are going to continue this on the Squid Cord. So if you need some help in that regard, Spore Lover can probably help you out there. 600-hour stream. Do you know how long that would fucking be? 24 hours. 6 is a third. 6 is a quarter of 24. So a quarter of 24. 2,400 hours. 2,400 hours. 2,400 hours. That's 100 days. Something like that, yeah. Something like that. Yeah, I'm just trying to do the math off of my head. I'm trying to do it and laugh at the same time. But Cranberry, what if I could sweeten the deal and I streamed some Take Me to the Dungeon or some other lewd game on the Secret Squid Cord? Also, where the hell have you been? I've played way too much lewd game. Oh yeah, shit. Actually, now that you mention it, thank you, Squid. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, we haven't met the vampire mommy yet. And we just gained the ability to hypnotize her. This is just getting worse and worse, isn't it? Me too busy doing meth. Yeah. Jessam. Listen, Cranberry. We've been turned into inanimate bronze statues. How did you manage to fuck it up so badly, Cranberry? We are certainly going to cook on the Squid Cord. That's for sure. Until then, a little taste of the old times. Since we've been on the whole Gamergate kick, I'll throw something that a lot of you guys who are still here would definitely enjoy. about that time. I appreciate you guys. All the fun we have. You make this stupid little hobby of mine worth it. So, without much further ado, I'll see y'all out there. Take her easy. Whatever you do.